whether Auburn gets Ryan Williams or not, Auburn had 3 coaches at the press conference yesterday. I don't know if Alabama had anybody there or not, but Auburn had 3 guys in attendance. They're being seen. Hugh Freeze was at the game on Friday night. Ryan Williams made mention that, said it's important to him to see that, you know, you got a head coach that's constantly communicating with him on a daily basis and seeing him. Don't know where he'll land. He's obviously been committed to Alabama since 2022. It's going to be a hard pull, but Auburn definitely made up ground with his coaching staff. Now, will it be good enough to land him? Who knows? But Auburn will be getting a ton of great receivers, whether they get Ryan Williams or not. You know, if you keep Perry Thompson, which I think Auburn will, I add Malcolm Simmons, Bryce Kane, and, of course, Cam Coleman, who is actually ranked ahead of Ryan Williams in this new ranking. Not much more you can ask for, man.
No, there's not. But let me go on a rant with Ryan Williams. He's the best football player these 2 eyes have seen, and I've seen a bunch of them. I've been calling state championship games with you for 17 years now. I think I've seen some great talent. Ryan Williams is the best one I've seen. Sophomore, Mr. Football, the first in state history. The reason he's not going to win it this year is because he didn't need anywhere near his amount of touches. Saraland didn't have close football games, so they were out of them. So he went into the state championship game with only 1,100 yards receiving.
Right.
Now, in the state championship game, 232 yards receiving, 11 catches, 2 touchdowns, opening play of the football game, bomb, forget it. They knew what was coming. They can't keep with him. He's the best track athlete in the state. Comes out, rushes for a touchdown to add to his 3rd there in the first half, and then to start the second half when you're on air with Alvin Briggs sitting there watching, he goes 86 yards for a touchdown on the kickoff return. So my math's not great, but it's good enough to tell me he had well over 300 yards of total offense in the 6A state championship game. He won that thing last year for him, if you remember, against Mountain Brook. He's got speed to burn, and he is the perfect size. Malcolm Simmons is too.
Right.
But he is the perfect size and skill set for today's receiver. When you and I were growing up, you kind of would rather have a 6'2", 6'3", Lawyer Tillman-esque receiver that weighed 212 to 215, that can go up, high point of football, and bring it in. Lawyer Tillman's your favorite player, is the reason I threw it out.
Wow.
But in today's game, man, you can be Devontae Smith.
Oh, yeah.
You can be a guy that weighs $160 and he's still the best player on the field. And Ryan Williams is not small. Malcolm Simmons not small. Super track athletes in both. They both look alike to me.
They're very similar.
They're very, very similar. And I love watching the way they play. And I'll say this about Ryan. First off, I can't say enough good things about Malcolm Simmons and the way he carries himself on the football field. He is such a talent, but he's also fun to watch someone having that much enjoyment built into football.
Right.
You can watch him and say, this kid is having a ball out there. Ryan Williams, the way he handled himself at the end of that championship game when it didn't go his way, says a lot about him. He was picking up K.J. Lacey on the field, the first one over there to him. Made his way around the field. I kept my eyes on him a lot, Brett, because it's easy to see what kind of character someone has when things go against them. And Ryan Williams, whoever gets him, I hope we get him at Auburn, man. I pray that we get him at Auburn. But whoever gets him is going to be getting the gym out of this state.
Yeah, no doubt. Great player, and like you said, couldn't have handled himself. It's in an emotional ending like that, man, it's hard to contain sometimes, and he did, and just showed his true leadership. And this is a young kid. He's reclassifying to go to college early. Just kind of shows you where he is on a maturity level.